All right, you guys, welcome out on the water. You can see this coastline. We are not in Florida anymore. Still on this epic adventure. And luckily enough, I had Frankie put together this trip. This is Frankie. You can see this winter coat that I'm wearing. It is freaking cold out here. I got a 3.5 mil on. The run over here was super far. I'm assuming that the water is gonna be a little warmer. What do you think, Frankie? Yeah, 90 degrees. 9 degrees? 19. Celsius, though. People hear 19, they're gonna be like, holy smokes, that's freezing. That's ice water. This is new terrain for me. I'm gonna really hope I get a kingfish. It's like a giant rainbow runner. And apparently they're really good sashimi. Whatever we get, maybe get a maki, maybe get a tusky. We're gonna cook it up. Nothing else to say, but I'll see you guys down below. You just go over the side. All right, you guys, welcome underwater and welcome to the voiceovers. This is an epic episode you guys aren't gonna want to miss. Now, the gun I'm using is the same one I used in the previous videos. It is the Timberline 120 roller, and I love this version because look what you can do. I load the top band, and I can also flip the gun over, and there's a little notch that you can extend it to, you know, load it the full length. And normally I use a load assist, but this is a little quick hack. If you forget the load assist or lose it or it breaks, you still have an extra way to load the gun. It's an extra step, but worst case scenario, if you need to do it, you have it. Now, I made a drop earlier on this ledge and I saw a parrotfish, and Frankie said shoot them, they're really good. And boy, am I happy I take a rip at this guy. Super long shot. I could kind of see he was on his way out. He was trying to go to deeper water, so I had to make a last minute decision and took a long shot, kind of did a little bit of a meat shot, but again, I'm so happy I shot this fish. It is it's a super beautiful fish, and it also tasted delicious, so stay tuned for that. That was a far shot. Do you eat it? Good eating fish. Yeah, really? For sure. Right in the ass. Shot him right in the ass. Gonna grab him by the eyeballs. I already gutted him. Made a killer shot right through the fillet. We went ahead and reset on the same area, and it's just a big ledge that drops off from this island that we're diving. And a rule of thumb for everybody, if you want to know where to hunt, ledges are where it's at. It holds structures, or it's structure that holds bait. There's little places for bait to hide, and it's also a stationary structure. It's not like just some, wreck or a boat that'll decay and move away. It's always been there, so the fish come to it. It's their home, and it's a good way to find some life. But this was kind of towards the end of the ledge, so you can see it wasn't as fishy, not as much structure as it was previously whenever I shot the parrotfish. But right now I'm not being, if I saw another parrotfish, I probably wouldn't shoot it. There's a really cool turtle right there, and this is again stuff that I've never seen before. And it's because I'm diving the new area. So I see some fish up towards this upper part of the ledge. I kind of make my way. There were some sweet lips there, but I already shot one of those in Bali, so I'm not really stoked on trying to get another one of those fish. I want to hold off, make sure I get a quality fish. Like I said, I'm looking for tuskies, mackerel, especially the yellowfin kingfish.
Pressure's off.
Yeah. All right, so pressure is off. I shot a parrotfish, which is unusual. Usually we don't get those in the States, but Look at that. Look how pretty. Look how pretty. They say they taste, the guys here say they taste delicious. So we're about to find out. Definitely gonna try to cook that up. What do you think?
Yeah, it'll be tasty, man.
All right, we're gonna go to a new spot. I really am hoping for that kingfish, so fingers crossed. I'll see you guys in the water at the next spot. With this new terrain, it's a little bit deeper, but it kind of reminds me of the wrecks over in Florida, where once the structure, you start coming up on structure, there's a lot of life, mid-water column, and they said that's where the kingfish like to hang out. Also, some mackerel tend to hang out too, and we're starting off in a deeper area, and it kind of comes up to a shallow area. And the best part about this spot is I asked Frankie, I was like, you know what, there have been like a lot of great whites around here, because I've been known that, people say there's a lot of great whites in Australia. And he's like, oh no, I've seen maybe like one or two my whole life of diving here. Well, guess what? Right before this dive, Liam made a dive to roughly towards the bottom, kind of like I'm doing. And I was top looking down at him, and he was looking out in the distance and saw like a 15-foot, also known as like a 3-meter great white shark. I didn't see it. It was kind of off in the haze, and I kind of was like, oh, what do we do? And he's like, oh, we just keep diving. So I was kind of head on a swivel, didn't really want to put a blind side out there. So like you see that dive, I was a little bit tentative, and now you know the reason why.
The whales are crazy. They're like, boo, ew, ew, boo. Like, it's so cool. You don't get that in Florida.
We did a couple more drifts on this spot and didn't really see a whole lot of fish to spear. We did see some sharks, and these are bronze whalers. And this is a huge sneak peek at what is to come towards the end of the video. You are not going to want to miss this shark chaos we come across. The sharks seem really chill at this moment. So I go down, I'm getting a little comfortable. I'm like, oh, these sharks aren't that bad. And Frankie told me stories about sharks getting a little crazy, and I had no idea what was in store for me. So be sure to stay tuned for that. You're not going to want to miss it. And we also get into a good variety of fish, so don't go anywhere. A lot of action is coming your way. We decided to give that one spot a break. We didn't get anything there, so we hit up an area that was a little bit deeper, almost like mutton territory, if I could compare it to something in Florida. A bunch of rubble, like rocks, scattered out within the sand, and the guys were telling me there's jobfish, there's moo, there's tuskfish, blue bones, mackerel, everything around this area. And I wasn't really sure. I mean, nobody has shot anything up to this point. I saw some rainbow runners cruising around, but I go to the sand. I think Liam said he saw a smaller jobby on a previous dive. But I go down, I see the shark, and again, they just kind of are cruising around, showing that they're chill, but they're actually not. I'm kind of panning around, and at this point, I see a nice grouper come right into me. Now I don't know the name of this fish, but it looks like an eater and a predator fish, and I just have a standoff with him, and you'll see Frankie's footage in here just a second of this thing just sideways, just staring at me. I'm waiting for him to turn sideways. He does a little bit right there, and that's whenever I'm able to give him the shaft. Perfect headshot. I take a peek to make sure that shark isn't coming in hot. I see Frankie, I know he's on me, and I'm so stoked because I know this is a good fish. Don't know what it is, but I'm excited to try it and to take you guys along for the adventure. So stay tuned for the testing of this, what Frankie called a marabar. grouper or Marabar cod, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments.
Is it a good fish? Dude, he wouldn't turn. You're watching me?
I got it.
Ooh, what is it? What is it?
It's like a Malabar grouper.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Tastes good.
Dude, it's a good one. Woo.
Hey. Oh yeah, he's just right there.
So that's what we're talking about. That is my first grouper on the East Coast. Check it out. It's called a Maori cod. Look at that. Malabar. Look at that. No, Maori is the one I cannot get.
No, you can get a Maori cod, but they're a bit more rare. There's some in this spot too.
Okay, sick. But yeah, no, that's a beautiful fish. Nice sized grouper. And yeah, it was funny. We were having like a little showdown down there at the bottom. He just was staring at my gun and he wouldn't turn sideways and I didn't want to shoot him head on. So, but he finally, I finally kind of rose above him and then he kind of turned sideways and then I ripped into him. But yeah, sharks were a little fired up. We're going to probably hit this spot one more time and then move along. But yeah, super stoked. 2 fish and yeah, both new fish species that I checked off and that I haven't shot before, and I'm excited to try to taste them later. We did a couple more drifts at that previous spot, but grouper was the only thing we saw that was worth shooting. So we went back to the original area. We had Frankie and Liam both in the water. Frankie and I were kind of hanging out together. Liam pushed a little bit shallower and a little bit farther down current of us, but I make a drop. I'm feeling really good now. I do go ahead and decide to head pretty somewhat close to the bottom, which was a really good move because I was able to finally see a blue bone. Now I already know how good these things taste. I didn't taste them with seasoning, but over in Western Australia, the meat, the texture, everything was phenomenal. So I kind of cruise down to the bottom, see that blue bone off in the distance. And I make a horrible shot right through the guts. So I'm kind of babying him a little bit. But what I should have done was try to, honestly, I don't know what I should have done because you'll see what happens in this video and it's very depressing. But I should have just grabbed my hands and like put him in his eyeballs or his gills or something like that. But this fish was pretty much in my hands. I could feel how lifeless it was, but it wasn't so lifeless once I got it to the surface. Thing came to life and tore out like half of his body to get off the spear and headed down. Frankie tried to chase after it, but had no luck.
Dude, that sucks. Damn it.
Well, it's alright.
Yeah.
It was a decent one, though.
I know. I was so excited about it.
Where's the flasher go?
It's down current right there.
After that moment, we heard Liam yell, and Frankie started booking it over to Liam. Liam shot a huge kingfish. I wasn't too sure on the shots, and I don't know how, like, what this fish is capable of, but these guys already shot their shafts, so I decided to put a headshot in it. Was hoping to stone it, but I put a really big hurt on the fish. And this is like a massive rainbow runner. And stay tuned, I do get to try it and we eat it raw, so don't miss out on that. And also listen to the story when we get on the boat of Liam and how he got this fish. It is absolutely hilarious, so stay tuned for that. And unfortunately, right at this point in the shallower waters, a huge Spanish mackerel came in, but unfortunately all of our spear guns were unloaded in this one fish, so we decided to re-up, load up, and then do another drift on the spot. That Tusky was a bummer. We were messing around with that freaking thing, ripped out right on my hands. I was the shot wasn't great. It was kind of like a belly shot, but I was like, dude, he's gassed. He's gassed, and it was at the surface, and I was like, oh, he's in the bag. He's in the bag. Freaking ripped off and then just bolted to the ground. Tranky chase after him, no luck. But while we were doing that, freaking Liam was getting into this.
You wanted to try yellowtail?
Yeah.
There you go.
I'll at least get to try it. I might not shoot it, but I'll get to try it.
Bro, yeah,
Was there a lot?
I don't know if there was, but it's pretty common.
Bro, there was like a 50, 60 pound Mackie.
Was it?
It was huge.
Oh, yeah.
He was right under him.
Oh.
We're like, but all of our guns were unloaded. Oh, watch out, he's about to, oh God. All right, Liam, what happened?
So I went down and found the big kingy. He was all alone, swimming around. Lined him up perfectly for a headshot, and as soon as I pulled the trigger, I realized I hadn't loaded my gun yet. So I was like, what do I do? What do I do? Okay, let's reload the gun right here. So
Underwater?
Yeah, like 20 meters deep. Getting the shaft back in, reloading the gun. He's still just circling me all around, and boom, get the shot off. So.
This is when you need a GoPro, Liam.
Dude, I wish you had that on GoPro. That would have been like all-time fail. But that would have done, people would have loved that. Oh my God, but you got him.
There's a good chance of you getting one.
Yeah, getting a kingy. Was there a lot of them, Liam? He was a solo guy? Oh, dude.
But I just like, it's just in this
Just luck of the draw, yeah.
It's just common.
Bro, there was a kingfish that, no joke, was like 50, 60 pounds. Is that fishing line on him? Yeah. Oh. You tried to hand line him first?
That's time. Usually that's why they're alone. When they get like caught in lines, they get all weird, and then they just split the pack. I've seen that a lot, actually.
Nice. All right, we'll get this guy on ice. That's a big one.
You should bleed it. Did you bleed it? Oh, we don't have knives.
Here, I have a knife. I didn't bleed him, but I brained him. Oh, that's freaking awesome. Hopefully I can get one, but that's what they look like. That's a big kingy. They're like the Australian amberjack, and then the mackerel.
They're definitely better. We have amberjack.
Yeah, they're better than amberjack. All right, that's good to hear. All right, well, we'll see. We'll do a taste test later. But we're gonna get back in. It is very fishy, and the wind is, believe it or not, the wind has actually died down a little bit. But yeah, we're actually getting to the area where the fish are kind of stacked up. So fingers crossed we get back after it. So the spot ended up being really good, and it just kind of went into the shallow. I was sitting there with Frankie, and Frankie just said, dive, dive, dive. I looked down and saw a huge school of Spanish mackerel. And there were some bigger ones, smaller ones. I kind of went down, straight down to the flashers. They were kind of coming in towards me, and I just veer off towards them. I start kicking towards it a little bit. I see it kind of start to get a little spooked, and this just view is incredible. I made sure I made a really safe shot, back third of the mackerel. That's a really safe shot because I've come to find out when you shoot them in the tail, a lot of the ligaments come down to a point, so it's less chance of your shaft tearing out. And this thing was almost ripping the gun out of my hands. It was dragging me across the surface. I was trying to put a lot of brakes on it because it was heading to super shallow water. I didn't want it to go up against rocks and get cut off. But Frankie was in hot pursuit and trying to put a backup shot on this fish. It probably would have been okay with that one, but it's better safe than sorry. So I'll let this clip play out. I'm adjusting my reel, and I actually want to, and I was holding up 2 for Frankie to let him know, just put a backup shot. But I was tightening down my reel so I can kick my gun out behind me and not worry about it continuously spooling. But I just worked myself along the line, and we were chasing this fish for so long. Frankie was mid-water column, just like booking it towards this fish, trying to put a backup shot, and he does a really good job. At this point, if I was him, I'd probably be gassed and just get a shot in the head if I can. But he takes his really sweet time, doesn't, make a bad shot. And what I was doing, I was trying to hold the fish to where it wouldn't go away from him, and luckily we got a shot in the fish, and this is a stud, my biggest Spanish mackerel.
Yes, dude. A tail shot is a holding shot.
There was one that was fucking big.
This one or there's a bigger one? In there. Oh, that's a good one, huh?
Yeah. You guys, that was unreal. Frankie selflessly pointed out, he's like, Jack, dive. And I like looked up and there was a school of like 10, 15 freaking huge mackerel. And bro, look at the size of that one. That thing is, look at the size. This thing's huge. And there were some that were even bigger. And yeah, that was the biggest of the area that I saw that was in range. And I was like, I started kicking, and then he kind of tail kicked, and I was like, oh no!
Yeah, I was worried when you started chasing it. I was a bit worried that you were gonna blow it, but then nice shot. Yeah,
I was like, tail shot's a holding shot, bro. I almost like prefer that over like a mid-body head, because like that meat is so freaking like tender, it just like tears right through. That thing screamed, bro. He was dragging me for a while too, because like I would lock up my reel and it would drag me, and then I'd like let him go, and he'd drag me, and I let him do. It was sick. Oh, I love that fight. And Frankie had the breath hold, 2-minute breath hold, chasing the fish. That was so funny. I was like, dude, he must be dying down there. I'm trying to like get the fish so it gives him a head shot, but yeah, dude.
You shot it as well. So I came up, then I was like, your second shot, he's like, yep, I'm like.
I just figured it'd be easier with the second shot, but that would have definitely helped. But like with the shark and everything, it's much better. But yeah, we're having fuel in the line, or no, I don't know. We're just gonna head in. I think we're gonna head in. Maybe. All right, maybe one more drift. Oh, this is so sick. You guys, this gets crazy. So it's just Frankie and I in the water. He makes a drop. There's a huge wall of Spanish mackerel that come into him, and he plays it absolutely perfect. But this is just the beginning. So this is his GoPro. You just see this wall of beautiful Spanish mackerel. He takes it, he said it was a little bit smaller than the one I shot, but once he shoots, his like line gets tangled and he has to use his belt reel. So he just lets his gun go and starts fighting this thing on his belt reel. And we have seen sharks, but we have no idea what's in store. I make a drop to try to put a quick backup shot in it because I know how many sharks are around, but that fish just takes off and Frankie starts fighting it from the surface. So what happens next? We start chasing after this fish. I'm gaining on it, and I try to get top down on the fish. I had the guys collect the flashers, but he finally works up the fish, and this shark comes in, and it gets a little crazy. So what I was trying to do, I was trying to shoot in front of the shark, but that did not work, and it got the sharks even more fired up. And another one came in right next to me, snagged the rest of the fish, and I pierced the tip of that pectoral fin. I'm trying to get my knife out to cut this line because there's no way I'm going to be able to fight this shark. Finally, I'm able to cut it. That was absolutely insane.
Are you good? Did it cut your line, or you cut your line?
I cut it.
Okay. We were like that close. It was like within seconds.
Bro, I tried to. Oh my God.
Don't start the motor.
Oh, that was a shit show.
All right, so that was not what was supposed to happen. Bro, so Frankie shot a fish. Bro, your belt reel, so I guess did your gun lock up and you just let go?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was hooked to his belt reel, let his belt reel go with the gun. We had the fish.
Yeah,
I literally started to dive. Leo, you're gonna wanna hear this. I started to dive and I was about to put the backup, I was like gonna come up and put the backup shot, and then shark came in hot. And I'm like, no, no, no. And I started yelling and the shark was about to eat the fish. So I was like, I'm gonna shoot at the shark to like, cause I've done that before where I shoot above the shark. Bro, I clipped his pectoral fin. And dude, and then this thing just started, I mean, I shot him and he still ate the fish. Then he still ate the fish. And then all of a sudden he starts thrashing and he starts spooling me. And I'm like, at first I started trying to rip it out because I mean, I barely clipped him. Like probably like this much from the edge. But you know how their skin is. Freaking started to rip and no, that thing was lodged. That thing was lodged. So I started getting spooled and I just locked down my drag and I was getting drugged sideways in the water. Did you see me?
Yeah.
Bro, I just started going sideways and I was trying to get my stupid knife and I like the way it's set up, it was all messed up. It was messed up. So I ended up just cutting, like pulling the knife out, cutting the line that my knife is held in by, and then I just cut my shaft loose. Bro.
A Spanish. It wasn't even that big. I almost was like, oh, like I don't know if this is big enough. Should I even take it? Because
There was a lot of them.
Yeah, and
there's a school like
they weren't. None of them were that big though. That school was small.
There was one. The first one that came in was pretty big. It was like
okay.
the size of mine. But yeah,
I shot one. That
crazy.
It was smaller than yours, so I was like, well, is it even worth? But then I was like, there's 10 Spanish in front of me.
Yeah, bro.
I might as well. So I shot it, and then like I almost like thought that you didn't need a second shot because when I was pulling it, I was like, oh, this shot is very central. I almost have it like it's just sitting right there.
Dude, I put a second shot, but in the wrong fish.
And then all of a fucking sudden, I see the shark coming like from like both kind of like our blind side because it came under me. So I
and then another one came.
And then right after.
It came and it was on there fast. And I was like, oh shoot! And then I went. And I was like, whoa! Like, cause the fish, he was kind of like trying to get the fish, and I was close to the fish, so I was like, why is he not deterring? And I was like, I'm not gonna put a backup shot. I have to shoot at the shark. And I shot at the shark, and I can't believe I clipped that shark. I was shot. The thing is, he was moving so fast, and I shot far ahead of him. I was hoping it would miss, and then my line would hit the shark. That was my goal. But I shot, and he ran right into my shaft. Is that frowned upon over here?
No,
We don't.
That's just some bad luck.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but no, that shark will be fine. Then literally the shaft will just go right through and just go to the ground. Oh, that sucks. But I'm done diving because that's my last shaft. Because I broke my shaft. I broke my shaft on a Big Mackie in Indonesia like a week ago. And then I had a spare, and there goes my spare. So I ain't got no more shafts left. God, it's so bad. Oh, it's hilarious. All right, well, we are going to head in. Don't go anywhere. We are going to cook up this fish. Let's go. All right, you guys, we made it back to Frankie's place, and we are exhausted. My boy's cooking up some rice, and he has some pre-made veggies out of edamame. Looks really good. And then we're just gonna stir fry everything here. And we're gonna take you along, so let's go. All right, you guys, change of plans. Frankie is gonna cook me up an absolute feast. We're gonna do some sashimi. He's actually gonna steam the parrotfish and give me Asian cuisine. I don't know if you guys could tell, but he knows Asian cuisine. but we're gonna cook up we're gonna do raw sashimi first, and we're gonna have 3 different meals, 3 different fish. So let's go.
Should go like
this. We're gonna go with the grain, like that. You see all the lines.
And you see like this.
See, that looks really good.
It's really good.
All right,
And then so you can see, right, like.
I'm going through footage of these guys are out here just grinding for you. So make sure you give them a follow on Instagram. Oh, one second. All right, so we got this sashimi, kept it in the freezer, so it's nice and cool. He got a little sauce he made up. He got some soy sauce, some lemon, and ponzu,
and a little bit of chili pepper.
And some chili pepper. So I'm gonna give it a first try. This is my first time ever trying kingfish. I'm not gonna do shrimp. I'm just gonna keep it as is. All right, sashimi. This is as good as it gets.
You reckon?
Oh, good.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's wild because
Like
as I'm
something you're
taking
used to?
bites, it's like, you know how like when it's gonna be stringy, not stringy, but like chewy?
Yeah.
It like starts chewy, but then it's like not.
Did you take the part that was sliced, you know, with the grain or against the grain? Because there's two cuts there. So that will have a big difference on the texture.
Oh, okay.
The ones on the left I cut.
Okay, all right. This is with the grain. All right, this is gonna be better, allegedly. That's one.
Same thing.
Tastes like yellow jack.
Tastes like yellow jack? Maybe they're like cousins. Yellow jack in the Trevally family?
I don't know. Yeah, it is. I think so. It's in the jack family. That's pretty good. What are we doing to this? We got the clog. What do you usually do on that?
There's a lot of garlic, chili, some like jalapenos, and then kind of like a spiced oil type of thing.
There's his little veggies concoction. This is gonna be, dude, that stir fry is literally the easiest meal to cook ever. It's so good.
Yeah, exactly, because I didn't have any.
All right, so that's coming out, and that's ginger paste on it. He didn't have fresh ginger, so we're just doing
We had to make
everything
do
that
what
we
was
had.
in the fridge.
Yeah, and then, oh dude, that steamed like perfectly.
Yeah, it's very good.
And then he has a
texture.
special trick he does. He's heating some oil right now. What kind of oil?
This time I'm just using vegetable because that's what I had.
Okay, just vegetable oil. What do you normally do?
You
Sesame?
can use sesame.
Yeah, I figured it'd be sesame, something like that. All right, gonna plate it. We need that oil to heat up.
It's a secret Chinese soy sauce, specifically for fish. And it's bomb.
All right.
Give a little sizzle. I'm not sure if the oil's hot enough, but yeah, there we go.
Ooh, ooh.
Gets that little bit of nicer texture on the outside.
All right, first reaction. It's freaking hot though. Oh my God, it's hot through the.
Hot through the bowl.
All right, so this is a good little.
Asians eat boiling hot, so.
Yeah. Spicy hot too?
Nah, that one's not.
All right.
It doesn't burn your mouth, it's no good.
Dude, for as simple as that is, that's really good. Holy crap.
Right? I swear, like, it's partly
this is
it's
the
the secret
parrotfish.
sauce. That's the parrotfish.
Yeah,
And
that
that's
sauce
why
is
I
good.
say, like, you know, that's a fish worth shooting. Like, if it's flaky, white, like,
Bro.
pretty good.
That's so good.
A grouper.
All right. I'll make sure I get a little bit of everything. All right. I'm just gonna get that. Throw it on there. All right, this is everything. That bite. Bro,
Is that good?
that's so good.
Okay, cool, go.
Bro,
Not bad for
that's
20
pretty-
minutes cooking.
This guy literally did all of this in like less than an hour, maybe like 30 minutes. He's like, let's just do 3 meals. Literally did 3 meals. Oh, that's spicy.
Yeah, it's just sorry, it's a bit spicy.
It hit me after. But dude, that's so good. The flavor is unreal. All right, you guys, so we are gonna dig into this. First time I've ever shot a shark like that. It was totally by accident, and I barely shot him, and it was his own fault because he ran into my spear because he was getting after the fish. Anyway, that was a wild time. It was awesome diving new grounds, and we're actually successful, and we're reaping the benefits with an incredible meal. You guys, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe, and if you enjoy this kind of stuff, give it a thumbs up. And also remember, I post a video every Tuesday at 3 o'clock. If you have any comments about anything, feel free to drop them down below. And like always, I will see you guys next week for another adventure. Later.